Hey everybody, and welcome back to the other 100 tiles. We're here at level 11 called Bodyguards. Let's go and get started on this. Well, first let's read the hint. That might be a good idea. They protect you at a price. Don't let them steal any boot until you've used it once. I don't think that hint was there before, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the gimmick of this level is that you have to get these keys, get some boots, and then go through the maze while not touching anything. Yeah. Pretty interesting. I really like this concept a lot. I know it's not everyone's deal, but I like it. It's cool. It's interesting. It's got that, you know, freedom to move around thing going on, but yet you're restricted at the same time. And I do appreciate that there is a central rallying point, if you want to call it that, for getting new stuff. At least every few turns. Like, you know when you're supposed to go over there. I think the next thing is here. I'd also appreciate just how much of a pattern. Oh wait, I just passed it by. Oh man, yeah. This video is off to a good start. And yeah, it's too early to go there. So yeah, this is already getting off to a rather interesting start. I'll say that. Let's lead you over here, Teeth. Anyway, while we're doing this, I should mention yesterday. I spent most of the afternoon working on a video, it should have gone up by now, that analyzed the CC2 footage that we have so far. And I can't tell you guys just how much I'm excited for that game. I'm going to be saying that all the time during this Let's Play, and I'm sorry, Andrew, but I mean, I'm sure everyone understands just why I'm so excited, but you guys gotta understand, CC2 did some crazy stuff for a 90s game. I mean, it did some crazy stuff. I mean, it had these teleports you could pick up and place elsewhere on the map. I mean, basically, it had Portal before Portal was invented. Before that, you know, student project that Valve was inspired by was a thing. I mean, you guys just, you're gonna see what I mean when I play the game. You'll see what I mean. It's gonna be fun. I'm sure it's not gonna be disappointing. The only thing that I'm going to have to get used to is the fact that the game was designed back in the 90s, and as a result, the level design is going to be probably a lot different than what we're used to in the modern era. I mean, people were just starting to design CC1 custom levels, so, I mean, I don't know quite how refined it is going to be compared to now, and the way level design has gone since then, but I'm sure it's going to be great. I mean, we've got Chuck Somerville designing levels himself, you know, the original CC level designer. We've got Joshua Bone, who's designed awesome stuff for CCLP 3, and who has an amazing set of levels. I mean, we got Bill Dara, he also designed some puzzles for CC1, and, oh man, you know, so many others that, I'm just so excited. It's going to be great. So, May 28th, guys, May 28th, I'm going to be LPing that game blind on the channel. And I'm still kind of unsure how I'm going to do it. I was kind of scared to get that, I'm not going to lie. I think I could have gotten it, but anyway, I didn't want to take a risk. I really didn't want to take a risk. Yeah, because it went over there, so. But, you know, you've spent some time in order to be safe. That's part of the territory. Alright, so we got a little mazy thing here. Gotta wait for the fireball. Don't fall for that. I think the thing I'm more excited about than the actual game is just being able to design levels that have more than just, you know, the CC1 elements in them. And yeah, I know Chuck's Challenge is out right now, but Chuck's Challenge is basically a completely different game. I mean, this is Chip's Challenge, but with more stuff. Yeah, it's going to be great. And as to that level, I liked it. Probably not my favorite in the set, but I did enjoy it. It was fun. Same goes with Bodyguards, too. In fact, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bodyguards in CCLP 4. Alright, Journey to the Center of the Earth. If you haven't yet seen where an ice path will take you, it's safe. Alright. So that's safe, but it didn't go anywhere. And here... Alright, this is safe. Alright, we got a blue key. Let's keep going around and finding more. I feel like, yes, we need to go up here, don't we? Alright, so this is why the hint said if you haven't yet seen where a path will take you, because as you can see here, the path that goes up leads to death, and in order to get over there, we have to go through here. So, even though we can't see from here where it's going to take us, it does lead to death. We can see it earlier. So that is fair. That is completely fair. That the hint did not lie. That's just a loop down there. Let's go get this guy. Oh, we didn't really go down, but I don't think there was anything down. Nope. Okay. All right. This is a fun maze. I like it a lot. Let's go this way. We haven't been down this way yet, have we? Okay. And blue key. All right. Where does this go? Okay, back to the start. Alright, so let's go, I think, yes, okay, this leads to the blue doors, and I think we got all of them. Yes, we got flippers. And now we can go everywhere. Woo! Well, okay, not really, but still, we can go lots of places we didn't get to go before. Alright, so, no, whoa, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. Thankfully, we survived. Whew. Alright, moving onward. Crossback. Oh, I love this level. This is fun. So you have to be really careful with how you use the recessed walls. This is a really cool concept. I think it's a great level idea. Let's see here. We got to just be careful with how we do this. Wow, I was not careful at all. We should read that hint first before we start playing around with stuff. This room kind of reminds me of Teleport Depot from CCLP 1. Kind of. Alright, the top 3 buttons control the upper 3 cloners in order left to right. Bottom buttons are similar. Oh, okay, so that one controls that, and then... okay, that one controls that. Got it. Alright, so all we really need to do here is just do... like that. Gotcha. Alright. We're good to go. Oh, this part's fun. I like this part. So you have to push this up here to get this blue key, right? And you think, oh, I can go in. But no, you got to set this up before you go back. Because you can see that there's a path here that's supposed to cross back, as the title says. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright. My throat just feels weird tonight. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're out of here. Elemental Park. Hoo boy. This is a fun level as far as mazes are concerned, but it is a long level. I'm going to just say that right now. And this made it into CCLP 3, and fun fact, originally there were chips on the edges of the level such that you could touch the border and stuff. And in CCLP 1, almost none of the levels had touchable borders. So, excuse me. So I decided, you know, during the CCLP 1 process to try to reconstruct the edges of the level such that those chips didn't have to be collected at the very ends. So I constructed a version, I sent it to Andrew, he approved, and I don't think he even noticed that it was changed, because when he was building this set, he was like, oh, I didn't notice that the chips were changed for CCLP 1. I was like, oh, I told you about it, and he was like, I like that, I'm going to use it in the actual set. And I'm like, sweet. So now this level's been adjusted to fit the CCLP 1 version, which is cool. That makes me feel good that I was able to at least capture this level pretty well without, or I was able to do something to this level without destroying it. It's probably the best way to put it. So as you can see, the gimmick here, as the hint says, is rent 1 boot at a time to explore this elemental playground. Get 8 ships using each boot. So we get 1 boot at a time, which means that we have to hop on 1 foot through everything. That's right, everyone. Ship loves hopping around. And I'm just going to take a little shortcut there. I do appreciate these shortcuts. Like, they kind of remind me of that little bit from Triple Maze in CCLP 3, where you can totally travel on 1 suction boot area, or 1 suction area, not suction boot area, but some force floors, to reach an area faster, even though if you don't have the suction boots, you're not really supposed to do that. It's just a nice little touch that, you know, makes the level that much richer, especially if you're optimizing. And I gotta say, I know I keep tying this back to CCLP, or CC2, but that's one of those things that I think I'm looking forward to a lot in CCLP 2, is just the fact that it seems like the levels are designed such that if you're just playing through casually, then great. You know, you can go through, have a fun time, no pressure. I mean, you can just breeze through the set. It's a pretty easy solve. But if you're an optimizer, oh man, you get an extra layer of challenge. Like, it is insane. I mean, just look at, I mentioned this in the analysis video, but just look at Pigeonholes, you know, the level that had the video released a while back, and check out just how much of that level is, or how much of that level you have to go through before you get to that bonus flag area, and that mechanism that traps you if you don't get there fast enough. I mean, you pretty much have to be perfect to make it to that area on time. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, the reward is totally worth it, though. Alright, so blue, or flippers here. Alright, hopefully I won't mess up here, guys, because as I recall, this area was the hardest. I mean, that's from an optimization perspective, but I seem to recall, like, this area was kind of trouble otherwise, too. I would always run into things, particularly in the lower right corner. And, hang on. Excuse me. I've been tempted to, like, edit out when I sneeze in videos and stuff, but, like, I don't really want to do that, because I feel like it kind of ruins the immersion, you know, like, I'm just editing myself out, and I don't really want to edit stuff out. It just feels like I'm cutting things out. And yeah, I know I pre-recorded and wrote out a script for that analysis video and stuff, but I did that on purpose. I mean, normally for Let's Play, that's not really how I do things. I only did that just because that was an analysis, and that was meant to be that was meant to be scripted. I mean, that wasn't unintentional. Alright, well, we completed the level quite a bit slower than the bold time, but we still did fairly well. Alright, parallel problems. This is an interesting level. And it's quite a tricky one to get an optimal solution on. I'm going to probably just play it safe, just to... Well, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to play it safe. I'm just going to go down here and... Yeah, okay, maybe playing it safe might help. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna go mosey on down here. No! Oh, come on. See, my optimal solution involves using backward boosting on those force floors down there. It's pretty crazy, but once you get the rhythm down, it's not that bad. Okay, one more key. It's not terribly horrible. I seem to recall that force floor, that up force floor up there next to that last chip, I think that was a red door before, and I'm kind of glad it got changed, because without that red door, you can just get away with, oh, really? You can get away with not getting that last key, since you can just enter in from one side, and then just go out there from where you came from. Let's see. What? I hit the right key. Ugh. Okay. Come on. We can totally do this. We know how to play this game. I was so paranoid of that fireball. Oh, speaking of paranoia, I gotta tell you guys something. I know I'm just kind of going on, all over the place today, but this morning I was getting the mail for work, and I tell you, there's somebody in the post office, or somebody who gets their mail at the post office, who keeps receiving these conspiracy theory DVDs. Like, and these looks like such obvious conspiracy theory DVDs, man. I mean, it's so crazy. It's just nuts just how, like, obviously conspiracy theory these DVDs look. I mean, you know what I mean when I say that. But I've been tempted. I've been really tempted to start collecting them and then just have like a big giant conspiracy marathon and just laugh at all the DVDs. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. Anyway, parallel problems, not my favorite level in the world, but a cool idea, certainly. And we're moving on to Excuse Me, which I really like this one. This is a cool concept. Basically, you have to use blocks to push past tanks that have to go in this pattern where the top tank up there that's controlling the button is doing all that constant tank toggling. And you can even get an extra block out of here by doing what I just did. So that's a pretty cool optimization technique if you ever want to use that. Alright, and so here, The hint says traps and buttons are connected vertically, so you have to just go for this first one first. Well, not that you could go for the other ones, but then you just have to go over here and just press down and stuff. And then just go around and get this guy. Pretty simple. I think this level was originally inspired by that section that I think, CCLP 3 level 133, where you had to use blocks to make tanks go farther along their paths. There we go. No. Okay, that's doable certainly, but I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just gonna take the teeth back here. I don't feel completely safe with that, but oh well. Tell you what, I'm gonna go this way because the exit's up there. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here! The road not taken. By the way, if you guys know what I was just referencing there, although a bit terribly, kudos. Whether you take the road less traveled or not, get 5 chips after each divergence. Now, there's a blue wall option and a monster option. I'm going to take the monster option for this Let's Play just because the blue wall option is just a blue wall maze, so... I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. It's the safe route, and this is the more risky route. But, I mean, it's always a blue wall maze. So you guys, right now, I mean, this is the more interesting route. It really is. Oh, wow. That could have been bad. Told you this was going to be interesting. I'm glad there's no areas where you could get into, like, a death trap with the gliders crossing in some weird way. That is a relief. Big relief. And let's go here to these balls. This is an area that's kind of a little weird because this pattern kind of has a little bit of a weird deviation right there. So you have to go back and then wait before going onward. But it's not too bad though. Alright, so we got one last divergence left. Let's go to the bug room. Alright, so here's where things get a little hairy, but thankfully it shouldn't be too bad. I may have spoke too soon. Okay, good. Alright, we made it out of there. GULP. I like this level. I think this level is just so boss. This is a great level. It's funny. It kind of reminds me of Glut from the original game. It's got that whole, oh, the teeth are here and you gotta get all these chips, but except not because there are extra chips in the level and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna have plenty. We're good. Alright, GULP done. And finally, Salmon. I think we'll end off the video after this level. I like this level a lot. This level reminds me of Rat Race, except it's like the reverse Rat Race. I think it's a great challenge overall. It's a lot of fun. It is a bit long though, and there's one section that's kind of a little but other than that, it's fun. Whoa, that could have been bad if that was timed. Okay, so now we got to... Woof! Okay, that was close. When you have 2 cycles like that are having to be synchronized, that can be a little bit on the hairy side. I'm saying the word hairy a lot today. I don't know why. I mean, I just watched Harry Connick Jr. on American Idol the other night. I mean, I'm really enjoying this season of American Idol. It's better than last season, where it seemed like no one was really all that interested in being on TV, or all that able to handle being on a stage. Okay. I mean, granted, there's only really a few of the actual singers that I really like, but who's there right now, I think is better than last year for sure. I mean, it's definitely a better crop. Tell you what, we'll go this way next, and then there. But anyway, Harry is probably my favorite judge on the show, just because the guy knows stuff about music. I mean, I feel like no one else on the show knows all the technical stuff about music, and he actually does, which is so refreshing. I mean, it really is. The show, I think, badly needed that. I feel like maybe he could use some work on how he delivers his criticism to the contestants, but other than that, I mean, he does a pretty good job. Ooh, we made it. So there you go. And this is the room I was talking about. It's a little bit on the long side, but even as such, it's still fun. I mean, I can't fault it too much. Let's hold down that trap button and then get back to work here. And yes, you do have to destroy all those bombs, at least as far as I know. I don't know if I could have made that. I can't remember if my route had that. And, oh yeah, we have to get the secret hints. So let's not forget about that, because this is level 20. Alright. Go through here. Push this button. And I'll show you how to get to the exit the normal way, but we're going to take the alternate way ultimately. So we've unlocked this now. We can go back up and gain access to this area. Right, and then we got to make sure that this tank has room to go right there when we switch it. And as a result of that, the tank will allow us to go to the exit on the upper area. But that's not really what we want to do. No, that is not really what we want to do, because we want to go down to the bottom and get the flippers. And now I'm kind of uncertain if I actually had the tanks in that position originally or not. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Let's see. In some ways, I think the length of this level helps make it a little bit more clever as far as this final thing, because if you've been going on for this long, I mean, you'd have forgotten that, yep, it is closed. Great. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head back and reopen it. We get to go through all this again. Yay. But yeah, I like this level. It definitely reminds me, like I said, of Rat Race, and that can only be a good thing. Also, I don't know why it's called Salmon. I mean, do the gliders look like salmon? Because they never really quite gave me that impression, but then again, I mean, I don't see things other people see, so you guys know how that goes. And every time I stay in a trap like that, I feel weird because, you know, in Lynx, you're supposed to just slide right through. Oh boy, I'm not going to do that. Alright, we got the trap, or the tank set, so let's go ahead and head back. Fortunately, with minimal waiting. I did say minimal, not totally free waiting, but minimal waiting. Alright. Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I talked about this in my previous video or not, but I went to the Space Center in Houston with some kids from my church the other day. Oh man, that place was cool. Secret hint 2, warp FXGC, level 50 southeast, below a corner, up left of another. Alright. Let's see where FXGC takes us. Level 27. Not even bad. Alright. Well, I think we'll just end things there for now, guys. We got another 10 levels done, and we had a fun time again. So if you liked this video, and you had fun too, be sure to stay tuned for more content, and hit that like button to let me know that this is a fun series that you are having fun watching. And until next time, I will catch you on the flip side. So take care, and I will see you then.